quick, here's my plays of the week. I'll start with my underdog, and the hat says it all. If you can't read it, it does say Pitt. Rule of thumb is I don't bet Steelers games and I don't bet Pitt Panther games, but I can't pass up getting 2 at home from West Virginia. Yes, it's the backyard brawl, and this is a rivalry game, means a lot to a lot of people. But Pitt has shown enough in their first 2 games, including a huge comeback win at Cincinnati last week, that they should be favored in this game. I think the wrong side's favored. What has West Virginia done to be favored on the road?
No,
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't either.
So they're not a big dog, but they are getting 2 at home. Take Pitt plus the 2. Here's my 3 plays of the week in college. Maybe 4. I'm looking at Friday night, and there are a couple games on Friday night that I'm big on. I could have made either one of these a dog. I am on Arizona, getting right now 7.5 at K-State. K-State showed some holes last week at Tulane, and I think with Arizona's vaunted offense and that Desert Swarm defense, that they stay within the 7.5 on the road.
I think you're right. I like that.
I agree with that. Tulane's a better team than most people think. That
Agreed.
green wave is
Agreed.
better than you think.
Another game I like Friday night is UNLV going to Kansas. Now this line has shown some signs of maybe trickling down. It's 7.5. Get it now at 7.5. Get your expected value out of these games and take the half point. So I do like UNLV on the road. They are a much improved football team. And Kansas really, while I was fading them last week, I do like UNLV to go into Kansas and win that football game. Kansas has showed some holes. They lose their OC to Penn State. I just think this is a good spot for UNLV to start their 3-0. Yeah, they started the year, went on the road and went into Houston.
Yes, I like Kansas in this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. We're allowed to disagree.
Yep.
So those are my first 2.
Jayhawk's not a real animal. I'll
He
side with
says it
UNLV.
again. My
No.
third pick, and I'm going back and forth. Do I want to take Georgia on the road? Do I want to take Ole Miss? And I like both of them, but I'm going to make Georgia my official pick. Minus the 24 at Kentucky. It's a primetime game in Lexington. I just got too much.
They got so much.
Beck's one of the better quarterbacks in the country.
The only thing going for Kentucky is this is the biggest nationally televised game they've had in I can't tell you how many years. So these kids are going to be jacked
I
for
agree.
this game. So do they get beat by 24? Do they get beat? Hell yeah, they get beat. Do they get beat by 24? I'm not sure.
I got this like a 41-13 kind of game.
I could see that very easily, but I could also see, a 35-17 or 2.
I am going to give one more official pick. So I'll have 4 college games, 1 dog. I'm going to take Baylor at home, minus the 13, against Air Force. Air Force returns, and last week I put in a late.
Never touch the military.
I put in a big late night play last week on San Jose State because I know that that Air Force returns the least amount of offense of any team in the country,
Right.
any FBS team. 28% of their offense is all they have returning.
Right.
While last week you had San Jose State, whose head coach is the ex-Navy coach, Ken Nuamatu Fala or whatever.
His name is, yeah.
And if anybody knows the
Air
triple
Force.
wishbone,
That's him.
it's him.
He's only gone against it about 17
And they
years.
went on the road and they won 17-7 outright. So I'm going to take Baylor, who I'm not a big fan of this year, but from what I've seen from Air Force, I'll take Baylor minus the 13 at home this week. So
Gotcha.
those are my 4 plays. Plus you got my dog in Pitt.